Hello. To basically give my review of the game as a whole, it's been out about probably less than 24 hours since I made this video, and I was able to go through the game with a couple of hours in the game and to kind of go through and look at a lot of the weapons, almost if not all the weapons that are currently in the game, and also of some of the features inside the game. What I really want to say is that I really like the concept of the game. I really like how the company who created it um, went away from the typical jumping out of a plane, jumping out of a bus kind of concept, and that you're in the water going through, and they created a dive pod um, system. Basically, the dive pod is how you can get around a little easier, and they're not unlimited, and it's not like a vehicle, so you have to actually go to the stations to actually use them, and basically they can run out of fuel or I guess force in this case, and just fall. So I feel like that's really cool. The dive pod stations are marked right here, all over the map. The little dive pod station. The dive pod is you'll see it as we're moving. The launch boat is where you launch out of when the boat is going across the map when you initially spawn in. The depth charge plane is actually like it'll be a red meter or red marker, like a line that goes through the map, and the depth charge plane will be dropping bombs. And if you get caught in that, you will get bombed and potentially die. So yeah, that's one thing. Um, the Steve, I actually don't know what it does. I've seen it. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was gonna be. It looks basically exactly like this, kinda. So yeah, I'll try to get footage for that for you guys for the video. Right now, to move the dive pod, you're going to use the cursor. You don't have to use WASD to move. Use the cursor. And I'm going towards the dive pod right now to actually show you guys what it looks like and how to use it. My interact key, I change it from E to F just for my preference, but it's generally E to use it. Um, this was what it looks like, and all you do is you go up to it and use your interact key, and it shoots you back in the air, and you're back at another dive pod. The dive pods do run out of force, so you don't have an unlimited time to move around the map inside the dive pod. And also, using the dive pod stations isn't unlimited as well. There's like a little cooldown on it, so you can't go all the way across the map. If you want to, you have to keep hitting the dive pod stations. Like I said, there's a cooldown, so be aware of that when you're using those and trying to escape or trying to move around the map. And also, as you see, if you hit something, your dive pod will go away. So if you're in your dive pod off the spawn, you're trying to go somewhere, try to avoid obstacles, because if you hit those, you'll basically get deployed right there out of your dive pod, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't want that. So to review the flare gun, basically what you do is you use the lobber to shoot the flares out, and the flares kind of glide across the water, and you can see a player if they're caught in the vicinity of the flare and they light up around red, as you can see on the screen. It's pretty interesting because you can also shoot one towards yourself and also get caught. Another person can see you in there, so you want to be cautious of that. I don't really know how long they stay active, the flares do, but it's probably up around 45 seconds, a little more, a little less. The next is the chummy grenade. You also use the lobber. To switch between the types that use the lobber, you use V. So there's the flare, there's the oil, and then there's the chummy. And the chummy is basically, if you know what chum is, basically what sharks eat. So you shoot at someone, and if it gets on them, the sharks will attack them, and they'll get taken away. But the only thing about that is the sharks don't instantly kill, like they drag them away, kinda, and it slowly kills them. But they can also knife the shark to get out of it, so you want to be aware of where the shark takes them and if they actually die or not. Um, Next is the spear gun. The spear gun is kind of one of my favorites because if you get the gold one, it's pretty much a one shot, one kill unless they have like great armor. It's probably one of the best guns in the game other than the harpoon gun. So it's probably like more like a sniper type weapon if you get a scope on it. So yeah, it's really interesting. It's only one shot, so you got to shoot and reload. So that's also a thing that you want to be aware of. The P11 pistol is a semi-automatic, so basically tap fire pistol. Most pistols in this game aren't really that effective as far as on players with armor and players without armor. They're better for when you knock somebody and you want to like thirst them real quickly. So that's what they're better for. The LJ volley, it's more of it's a two-shot with the spears. It's really, really, really good up close. It's more of a shotgun type weapon for players who like shotguns. So get in close because its range is okay, but it's not as effective for range. The APS rifle is probably one of my favorite weapons, but also one of the weapons I would kind of shy away from over the ADS rifle, just because when you shoot the APS rifle, it's very fast and the recoil can be very hard to control, and also it doesn't hit as hard as the ADS rifle. So that's something to be aware of. And shooting from range with it is kind of hard because, as you'll see, it's kind of harder to see enemies in the water. So that's something to be aware of. The spear pistol is something, again, just a regular pistol, one shot reload. It's harder than the rest of the pistols in my opinion, but it's still not a weapon that you want to use over a actual AR or a real weapon. But it does hit the hardest out of all the pistols. But only is one shot reload, so be aware of that. The gyro pistol is probably the fastest shooting pistol. I think it holds the most ammo as well. It's really low damage, shoots really fast though. Kinda accurate up close. If I had a choice of early game taking a pistol, I would still probably choose the spear pistol overall, just because I feel like in 2 or 3 shots to the right place, you'll kill them faster than any of the other weapons. And the ADS rifle is my favorite. I love using this weapon over any of the other weapons just because of the different attachments that you can put on it, and also of the damage that it does. And also, it's probably the best weapon I feel like from range other than the spear gun and the harpoon gun. So yeah, I would use those. So looting in this game is kind of different than other games. Well, not really, I guess. Basically, when you put your little cursor over a weapon, there's going to be some dots on it, as you can see on the screen. And the dots determine what level it are, going from 1 dot to 2 dot to 3 dot. So the 1 dot are white, and 2 dots are blue, and the 3 dots are gold or orange or whatever color you can tell. So basically, I would look to see what I have at the bottom of the screen. You can also see what level loot you have as far as your gear you have on. So you want to look out for better gear and more ones with more dots than not. So also when you're looting, a good thing to be aware of is you can't pick up multiple helmets or multiple vests like other games. So that's also something to be aware of, and be able to call out those for your teammates if you see those. Some tips I would like to give as far as I feel like I'm not sure, but I think that you move faster with your knife out. But that's 100% sure. But also, if you're knifing, I feel like you move a lot faster in the water, so that's something to be aware of. The gun that one of the most effective to me as a secondary weapon, well, like a pistol type weapon, will be the grapple gun, because you can move around the map really good with that gun. So basically, you shoot a grapple out, and if you connect with something, it basically pulls you towards that quicker than you can swim. The radius on the actual gun isn't that far. I would say about 25 feet. So you want to be aware of shooting at something, because basically if you just shoot at something really far away and it doesn't hit you, you're just wasting your ammo. So be aware of that. So most of the time you get around four to 6 bullets, well, hooks, when you get the weapon. So be aware of that, and also that can help you get out of a jam or catch up to your teammates if you need to. So that's something that is very interesting.